in the breeze.
Good morning and welcome back to the Now Morning Show, where we are getting ready for the workshop performances in the New Play Festival happening this December, roughly, since it starts on the 28th of November and culminates on the 1st of December. And to tell us more about it, Festival Director Safa Nayamat Ali, as well as playwright of Gideon Hill, Ahelia St. Bernard, joins us on the Now Morning Show to tell us more about it. Ladies, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
I am glad that you are here because we have been seeing a lot of things coming out of Trinidad in the creative sector, and specifically when it comes to the Playwright Workshop of Trinidad and Tobago. It is a space to hone those chops, if you will, and really make sure that that network that is needed is growing. So, Safa, tell me a little bit as to, first off, the Playwright Workshops function altogether in the lead up to this workshop where people get to experience it.
Well, so the Playwrights Workshop Trinbago was actually started in 2003, and it stemmed from a need to help playwrights develop their work, because in the past we'd had a tradition of playwrights coming to each other and saying, this is the work that I've done, give me feedback. And so what Tony Hall, the late Tony Hall, would have started was a collective of playwrights who decided that they would do that for themselves. So they formed this workshop. And then by 2009, they decided we need to read scripts the first Wednesday of every month and see how we can give feedback to the playwrights, not just from other playwrights, but from audiences. Because when we write plays, we're writing plays for audiences. So we started incorporating audiences into that monthly Readers Theatre series the first Wednesday of every month. And then by 2016, we realized we had hundreds of scripts and nothing more was being done with it. So we started the New Play Festival in an effort to help take the plays to the next step, because it's one thing to write a play, but it's another thing to see a play on a stage. So that page to stage requires workshopping. And because of how Playwrights Workshop had started, it has been easy for the veteran practitioners to all come on board and say, this is an initiative that Trinidad and Tobago really needs.
Haley's nodding emphatically because you've basically lived the experience. But in terms of that process, as you say, from page to stage, what was that like for you? What was your experience being a part of it?
Well, I would have been introduced to the workshop firstly as an actress. So I would have performed in one of the plays, Ring Game, at the time. And I always spoke to Saf and I told her that I wanted to try writing. Even though I don't necessarily have a theatre background, I felt like theatre was always a space for me to be free and to express words, because I'm naturally a bit quiet, on the quieter side. So what has happened, it took me through roughly 3 transitions. So apart from transitioning from actress to playwright and then playwright to actually senior creation on stage. So it really has been a learning experience, because you have the support and you have the guidance from persons that would have been doing this for such a long time.
Right, the experts in the matter. Now, it's not just a showcase, as you rightfully said, it is interactive. You talked about the involvement of the audience and a lot of collaboration taking place. So describe to me what that feedback process is like. What we do is write, and then we present, and then...
So no, what we do is we first write and we read it in the monthly Readers Theatre series. Based on the feedback there, the playwrights rewrite. So when Ahelia first gave us Gideon Hill, we discussed it, and based on the feedback we gave her, she came with a rewrite and she asked if we would read it. So we read a second time for her, and she had that drive, she had that passion to want to take the play further. So we knew she was an investment worth making. So we took her play, we put it in the New Play Festival, and then her first audience for that version of the play would have been the actors. So we brought in experienced actors from NTAC to work alongside the upcoming actors from UTT APA. And so then they would have given her feedback alongside her dramaturge, Simeon Mudu. And so then we took it to a dramatic reading, because we always need to test it. We're asking audiences to be theatre beta testers for us. So they came in for the dramatic readings, she got more feedback, and then we continued actually building the play. So we've been workshopping it, we've been rehearsing, and then so this last stage of feedback after each performance, we open the floor for a panel discussion. And we always start with, what is the first thought, the first word, the first emotion that comes to mind, because we need to know how do you immediately respond and connect to the piece. And based on that feedback, we know if the play stands.
Right. What is the first thought, first word, first emotion that you hope people come away with from Gideon Hill?
I think for me, I just want it to be relatable.
That's a good word.
Because I do feel like in theater, we lack the true essence of being Trinbagonian or being Caribbean. So we see a lot of work as it pertains to theater that we always have an outside influence, and that is fine. But we also have a story to tell because we are a unique people, and we need to get our theater out there and to tell our stories. So I would hope that it will be relatable. Therefore, even if someone is to pick it up outside of the Caribbean, that they'll be able to relate.
All right. I like relatable things. I mean, I am no thespian. I am not an aspiring playwright. But it does sound like something that people can be a part of. You talked about the audience being brought in for those dramatic readings. I imagine that'd be beautiful. So how do we, the audience, become a part of this workshop happening on the 28th to the 1st of December?
So tickets are available. You can either purchase it online via Suntex or you can pay at the door. And so it's 9 runs in total because we try to get a large sample from audiences. So we give each play 3 runs. So if you're not able to make one, you can always make another one. Yes. So it's Thursday we have 1 play, Friday we have 2 plays, Saturday 3 plays, and Sunday is 3 plays.
Busy. And in terms of getting those tickets, you are coming into basically a reading, a dramatic reading for each of those instances, or different?
It's a minimalist workshop performance. What we do is we focus on the script, so we don't try to add too much of the costuming and set and lights and sounds, because we do want the focus to be, because we've noticed that if you add too much of these enhancements to the production, which is required for full production, you get feedback about those elements more than the script itself. And so where our focus is the script.
Absolutely brilliant. You are making certain that you do exactly what you set out to do. Put some emphasis on the playwright's work, and we appreciate you for doing that work tremendously. We appreciate you for putting pen to paper as well, and we look forward to what will be a fantastic workshop from the 28th of November to the 1st of December. Now, beyond the workshop, how can we find the Playwright Workshop Trinbago? Any virtual spaces we can check on?
So yes, you can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, Playwrights Workshop TT. You can also email us, same thing, playwrightsworkshoptt@gmail.com.
Sounds good. And in that case, for Gideon Hill, Bone Monkey, and
Monkey Bone on the Spring Bridge,
all kind of other titles that have me wondering what we're reading about, what we're going to experience. I say good luck, break a leg, as they say, and thank you for joining us this morning on the Now to tell us more all about it. Guys, we're going to have even more things you want to add to your calendar as per usual, but for now, we take a break and come back with more here on The Now.